wanting to really come on here real quick, just for a quick rant. I'm not going to stay a long time, but it was on my heart to really, talk about some issues today. And I really want to address some things, especially when it comes to the black man and our status in the world and what's going on currently, with everything. Today, when I was doing some research and things like that, I came across this video they just released. I'm at my Charlotte location right now. So I want to get up and close and personal about this. I came across this, you understand me, video that they released of a black man killing this young Caucasian lady or Ukrainian lady from Ukraine. She was able to come to America from Ukraine, from the war and everything. And she was down on the tracks line and you understand me, all these type of things. And, she wasn't doing nothing to nobody. She got on the public transportation, sat down. The video has just been released. She sat down and this brother was going through, they showed the tape. They just released the tape. He was going through some mental issues or something like that. Looked like he was struggling with some things. And he pulled out a knife and stabbed this young lady in the neck and slit her neck open and all this here and killed her just the other day. Okay. My heart go out to her family in Ukraine and anybody that know her. That was extremely unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is otherworldly type stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is spirits, you know what I'm saying? And mental illness. But I want to touch on the fact that they didn't have to release that video. You know what I'm saying? Of him actually killing this woman, the other day. Everybody that was on that train witnessed a very nasty, very, very traumatic thing that night. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't know she was going to go like that. However the case may be, that's something, even for the respect of her family, that's something they could have kept, you understand me? They could have kept that, private, you know what I'm saying? For the people who really need to know that, for the people that really need to, you understand me, see that. That shouldn't been, you understand me? That killing should not have been released to the public, you understand me? To Charlotte, to everybody, for everybody to see. Because what that does, you understand me, is, you understand me, creates fear amongst, you understand me, white women, you understand, especially white women and white men and other people too. Don't get me wrong, black people, whoever ride the train, whoever ride the bus in Charlotte, anybody, that makes you afraid when you see somebody just get up and stab somebody in the neck like that and kill them. That's terrible. You know what I'm saying? And there's no excuses for that. There's absolutely no excuses for that murder, period. However, the black man is dealing with something that no other race is dealing with right now. The black man is experiencing something that they didn't even experience in the 60s, 70s, 80s, or any of that thing. It's called economical genocide. You understand me? That brother was going through something. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not making no excuses for that brother whatsoever. It's not okay to take nobody's life for no reason, period. I'm not making no excuses. I'm just telling you what brothers is going through right now. You understand me? That can possibly lead to somebody just wanting to just do something heinous like that. And it's not no reason, because it's good brothers out here. It's not no reason for that. However, they are prescribing medicines to brothers that's going through things, antipsychotic medicines, like Vega, and these type of things. People do not know what these intramuscular prescriptions do to you. You know, I watched a family member of mine who was shot in the arm with Invega. I watched them disintegrate and they're no longer here anymore. I watched them go. I read on the back of that prescription, the side effects. One of the side effects it said is you will have an increased need to have sex. This is true story. You will have an increased need to want to gamble. You know, increased need voices, you know what I mean? Dangerous outbursts, these type of things. When they shot my family member up with this drug, everything they said that was a possible side effect happened. I watched my family member turn into a different person. I don't want to say monster, but a totally different person. You know what I'm saying? Violent, never was a violent person. Violent, acting out, lashing out, even, trying to buy prostitutes, all these type of things, you know what I'm saying? Because the medicine changed their mind. You feel me? They don't know about these antipsychotic medicines. They're not shooting themselves up with these medicines. They're giving it to men and women and expecting something happen. The same medicines, the same antipsychotic drug medicines that's prescribed for people dealing with schizophrenia does not work for the same way it works for white people. It does not work for black people the same way. That's why you see brothers walking around laughing, going crazy on a daily basis. If you truly look around and you truly count how many black men you see that's losing their mind versus how many white men you see, respectively. How many white men you see, Chinese, Mexican. You don't see Mexican people going crazy like that. They're working, they're in construction, their mind is filled with things to do. They're not in these mental illness asylums and these type of things. The weed, the marijuana is changing. This is strategic. It's not the same. They are changing the marijuana. Do you understand that they have drugs that can change the RNA, the DNA of black people? You understand me? That's why they said the shot, you understand me? The shot was affecting black people's heart differently than it was affecting other cultures' hearts. So a lot of more black people died from heart attacks, you understand me, because they did not do the research properly, you understand me, to see how this would affect people. When you shoot people up with these intramuscular shots, they have laughing spells. They have suicidal thoughts on a regular basis. I've seen it. I witnessed it. I work with people like that. They're fighting for their lives. Black men are fighting for their lives. We're talking about an increase in unemployment, almost to 7% in the black community. How much of that percent do you think is black men? Look around, check it out. You understand me? Can you see where the need is? Can you see who is living in poverty? Can you understand? If you never lived in poverty, if you never been a person that worried about getting something to eat, if the rent in Charlotte, North Carolina is the same rent I almost pay in Miami. It's the same price. But guess what? They pay still $7.25 minimum wage in Charlotte, North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I just was at a pizza spot and they had an advertisement, you understand me, for hiring, and it said $8 an hour. $8 an hour. You understand me? In 2025, $8 an hour. How could you even live? We have people here in North Carolina actually living in the woods. Black men have camps that live in the woods. You understand me? How sanitary is that? How does that work on your mind? You understand me? It's so sad. And I want to talk about the propaganda, because when you release a video like that and you actually show this man stab this woman in the neck and, you know what I'm saying, walk around and train. And that was, like I said, that was so mind boggling to the people that was on that train. I feel sorry for them too. You stab this woman in the neck and walk around. That's an otherworldly spirit. That is a demonic spirit. You understand me? And we don't know what the scientists and the people have done that made these intramuscular shots, these antipsychotic medication. We don't know. I'm not saying that he was on an antipsychotic medication. I'm talking about the people that I know that was forced. Maybe they went to jail and they couldn't even take doing jail time, so they started taking the medicine. You understand me? Maybe they didn't know, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they were depressed and they gave them some depression medicine. You understand me? And that depression medicine lead to them start experiencing these side effects, and then they hit them with the Invega or the Aristata. You understand me? Real drugs that's really killing people. Because one of my family members, the people told me, they said, if he don't continue to take the shot every month, then he's going to go into disintegration. And I'm like, what is this? What in the world is disintegration? You know what I'm saying? The man was like, well, it'll actually start disintegrating his brain. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. You understand me? And we're talking about people they don't want to kill themselves, but they're, you understand me, committing suicide because the drugs convinced them to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff haven't been studied. This is genocide. You understand? This is genocide on the black men. You understand me? Then we want to add the work conditions here I'm not talking about Miami right now. I'm speaking on Charlotte. The work conditions on Charlotte. You have a very, very small percentage of black men that work in corporate America here in Charlotte. Very, very small. I deal with them. I know them. I see them. I'm around. You understand me? Half of them are that don't even matter. But you understand me? And then you have a large percentage that's underemployed. That means that they're working at fast food or working at Amazon or UPS or whatever the case may be, but it's not enough to sustain. You understand me? It's not even enough to, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about making, you understand me, $300 to $400 per week. You understand me? Which equals, $1,500 to $1,800 per month for one, you understand me, grown adult. Is not enough to survive out here when you got rent that costs $1,700, $1,800. You can't even pay your rent off of this money, less alone food. And then on top of all that, then you got the Trump administration cutting the food stamps. So answer me this out there on this live. Answer me this. If you're underemployed, you barely have a job, right? You're looking for a job, say you don't have the skills, you didn't go to college and everything, so you're trying to find a job. You're getting food stamps, because there's people out here that actually really need food stamps. Like some black men are underemployed and getting $20 to $30 to $40 to $50 worth of food stamps per month. I don't know who thinks of this stuff. Who thinks that it's okay to give somebody $50 per month for food stamps that's unemployed? Okay, cool. Never mind that. Boom. Okay, so you give somebody $50 worth of food stamps, and a little bit is a lot in this situation, right? Now, those same individuals starting this weekend, those same individuals are going to have to work 30 hours. They're going to have to work 30 hours a month, 30 hours a week. You understand me? To register for food stamps, 30 hours a week. So what is that going to do to the black population of people that's underemployed, to the people that's being discriminated against? Because it's real discrimination here in North Carolina. It is. I'm just going to say it. I don't care what the backlash is. I've experienced myself. You understand me? Real discrimination. You understand me? We have a whole section and a whole area. Gentrification is real. A whole area that's transferred from black to white here in Charlotte. Most black neighborhoods are transforming from black to white. So back to the subject, you take their food stamps away. So now you don't have food stamps. You don't have Medicaid, because you still got to work the 30 hours per week to qualify for the Medicaid health insurance as well. Right? So you're underemployed. Now you don't got no food stamps. Now you don't get no Medicaid, no health care, and the health care, they changed it around. So now that the medical bills will show on your credit report now, right? So the medical bills are going back on your credit report. This is all a plan. People have sat back and planned this out. You know what I mean? To go ahead and put that finishing touch on black people. Yes, it's poor white people out here, but white people respectably look out for white people in some respects. You understand me? Black people have been trained so to speak, to go against each other. That's why we see the black on black crime rising in the communities. Every weekend we're hearing about shootings, killings. You're not hearing about white people killing because they're employed, they're educated, they have money, and they're okay. When you have money, you're educated, you're not trying to kill nobody. You're not trying to get into no trouble when you're educated. You have something to live for. You got a good job. You got something to live for. I don't care even if you live in check to check, you have something to live for. What happens when you don't have nothing to live for? What happens when you don't have a car? You don't have a house. You don't have nothing. You barely got clothes on your back. What happens? How would you feel? It's not okay to go kill nobody. I'm going to say that again. I'm not making no excuses. I'm just saying. You seen that brother on that train. If you watch that video, and it's very graphic, you watch that video, you see that brother going through something, shaking his head. It's not okay what he did. That was a spirit. That was a demon. But it's also got to do with the mental illness medicine that potentially he could have took years ago, because this stuff changes your brain years later. You understand me? I know people that took antidepressant medicine and years later they had anxiety attacks that was crazy. You understand me? I know, you understand me? People that smoke marijuana and then they try to get off marijuana and just have straight up anger attacks. You understand me? Because they can't handle it because they used to just smoking some marijuana and doing it like that. You understand me? This is a serious call out to all black men out there that's going to watch this live or that's on this live, or you understand me, that is in a situation. You understand me? I don't have all the answers, but I'm bringing it to the light because we know, we see it. You understand me? And you know, the crazy thing about it is what they're doing to help destroy the culture. You understand what they're doing to help destroy, put black men even further down. When Oprah and Obama wife, you understand me, when they said that we're not going back, I didn't really understand what they were saying. When they're saying that, you understand me, Trump gonna get in there and he might be the last president, I ain't really take them serious at that time. I really didn't. I was just scratching my head like, what are they talking about? Now I see what they mean. The 2025 plan, I was trying to figure out, was that thing real? I ain't really make no judgment. I'm talking, what is they talking about, the 2025 plan and all this? We see now. You know what I'm saying? It's so plain as day how they're trying to erase the black culture, you understand, the black history, you understand me, and get black people out of here. They're trying to get black men, especially because black women, respectfully, are not as big of a threat. Black women have always been a staple in America. You understand me? It's the black men that, you know, it's the threat. You understand me? Because just like white men, respectfully, just like white men, they have, you know what I mean, cultivated their own communities. They have cultivated their own technology. You know, they have cultivated these things. So they're in position. You know what I'm saying? Even now, more so, they're in position because, you understand me, they have a backing. You understand me? So they kind of look out for each other. But, you know, when you show things like that, when you show blatant murders like that, when you show people, that sets subconsciously in the back because, listen, you know what I'm saying? I dress like this on a regular day basis or a suit. And I still, when I walk in a place, people are still kind of like, you understand, women are clutching a purse. You understand? I've witnessed on numerous occasions, especially during here in Charlotte, me walking down the street and you know, maybe a white couple or a couple white dudes, they actually will cross the street and move to the other side. This is real stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is really real. So when you know what I'm saying, broadcast that type of image of somebody getting killed like that, no matter what that brother was going through to make him do that, it still reflects on all of us, right? Because you don't, he look in a lot of people's eyes, he looked just like all the rest of us. You understand me? And if he could snap, then anybody could snap, right? We got to wake up, brothers. We got to do something. We got to step into innovation. We got to take care of ourselves. That's the only way. You know, I see so many brothers struggling right now. You understand me? And we have a few, they broadcast a few that may be doing, you know, scamming, or maybe we don't know where they got the money from, but that's not the majority, and that's not the case. You go to any big city, I'm in all of them, Miami, especially Atlanta. You go to Atlanta, you will see you will see it. You will see how scary it is downtown Atlanta, Peachtree. You will see Black men prostituting themselves for money and drugs. You will see this type of thing. You understand me? In real life. You understand me? You go to Philly, it's a war zone. Chicago, it's a war zone. And it boggles my mind how, like in Chicago, the Black mayor doesn't want extra security or the forces to come in. You know, I'm from that area. So it's like, you understand me? I know the real and what's really happening. I have family in Chicago. So you tell me they want them folks to come in and help them live safely. You know, it's real. 50 people got shot last weekend. 50 people. And this is not all over in Chicago. This is in a condensed area. South side, west side. You know what I'm saying? These are condensed areas where it's mostly Black population. It's a war zone. So you telling me you want to stop these troops from coming in and stop Black on Black crime, because you're not hearing about any white on white crime, because on the north side, you know what I'm saying, and on the east side by the lake, it's just beautiful. Nobody's worried about anything. It's wonderful. It's in the war zones in the Black communities where all this is happening. Just like in Charlotte, South End, you're not hearing about no murders and killers. You're hearing about all that. North Charlotte, East Charlotte, West Charlotte, all the places where it's low income, no jobs. You understand me? Or you understand me? All these type of things. This is a plan, guys. You know what I'm saying? This is a result, you understand me, of what's been planned already. You see what I'm saying? All this has already been planned. So now we're seeing the result of years of discrimination, years of different practices that keep you from, you know, literally rising above. You know what I'm saying? The banking practices, loan practices. You know what I mean? I watch so many Black-owned business here in Charlotte go out of business. Even myself, you understand me, go out of business here because it's set up that type of way. You understand me? It's no real money in Charlotte like that in the Black community. I'm sorry to tell you. And if it is, it's very, very discreet and very segregated. You know, the Black folks with money in Charlotte stick to themselves. You understand me? I know I'm here when I'm here and when I'm in Miami, but I'm here too. So I'm seeing it. You understand me? And that's what made me go to Miami and search for more fertile ground, is because in Charlotte, I started to see the good old boy club. I started to see how they didn't want to let us get any high-end retail space for our jewelry stores. I started to see, you know what I'm saying, how they wanted to push us into the hood to do business. So they would make the loans, the open, beyond open loan, and we couldn't qualify for the loan because I didn't want to go on no Betty's Ford and open no jewelry store or do no business. And most of all those businesses that got part of that $150 million are closed now, robbed, looted, all of that. If a medial income neighborhood is $24,000 per household, you understand me? How can you make money in those environments? It's impossible. You're saying it's possible, but it's impossible for you to really make money. Only people that's making money in those type of environments is the worst food, the chicken snacks, the chicken shacks. You understand me? The smoke shops. You understand me? I don't want to open a smoke shop. You understand? That's not helping my people. That's not helping the community. You understand me? I don't want to open a fast food place that's selling chicken that's messing up your cholesterol and giving you diabetes. That's not what I'm on. You understand me? And I'm not saying all Black people want to eat that. I'm saying these are predatory practices that they pawn shops. These are predatory practices. Yeah, I could open up a pawn shop on Betty's Ford Road. How would that help my people? How would that help the people? It would make me more money. But then again, you know what I'm saying? You probably end up getting robbed, probably end up getting hurt over there. We not on that. You understand? So I felt compelled to do this live because it's like when I seen them release that footage of that man killing that white woman or that woman from Ukraine, it moved me because they didn't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? They want to send a message. They want to put that out there so people can, you know what I'm saying, keep that on their mind. When I'm walking down the street, now you thinking like, dang, he killed her. What, you know what I'm saying? What, you know what I mean? Like it already is so much tension in the city. There's so much tension in America in general because of how the administration is moving. You understand me? And how can we truly get ahead when all the roadblocks are the goalposts are steady moving back further and further? You understand? We can't necessarily sit in front of people like ourselves that's in Bank of America. It's a small percentage. That's in Wells Fargo. That's in Wachovia. All these banks, the people you sit in front of is able to make the decision on if they want to hire you or not. You understand me? And if they don't look like you, I'm sitting in front of you right now, and if you don't like the way I look and you don't decide like, nah, I don't really trust this dude, guess what? You're gonna be like, well, we'll call you back. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? But then if you get in front of somebody that looks like you could be like, okay, James, all right, cool. You know what I mean? You seem like a cool brother, background check out, everything. We're gonna go ahead and give you a chance to hire you. This is what's going on. We're not sitting in front of people that look like us. You understand me? And people are going back like, nah, I ain't feeling that. You understand me? Life is about living, not surviving. You understand? And when I look around, I see black men surviving, hanging on by a thread. We'll be better off, really, to be honest with you, just going to another country. I'm not saying that's the answer, but I'm saying like if we continuously have to go against the oppression, go against the forces that be, how can you possibly come up like this? And the people that's in South End, the people that's out South, they not worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Because they're living good. They're in real estate. They got nice houses, homes. They see the opportunities in the black community. They're buying up the property for cheap in the black community, tearing the houses down, getting fresh loans to build $400,000 and $500,000 houses. Within a year, the house was worth $700,000. Now they got $200,000 in equity. They go ahead and buy another house, sell that house. This is how they're moving. They go to the breweries. I never seen so many breweries in my life. You know, saying they go to the breweries and talk about the different plays and the different moves that they're making, investing here in Charlotte. And so when they talk about that, then that puts the seed in the next, you know what I'm saying, person mind, their friends mind up. Okay, let me go do it. Oh, here go a connect for you. In the black community, the very few little clubs that we do have, or little bars and stuff like that we do have, it's a shooting, murder. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nowhere to talk. The music loud. You understand me? It's just, it's you know, it's terrible. You understand me? It's terrible what I'm seeing. You understand me? And you know, I don't blame people for saying they don't want that in their community. I can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just shootings uptown at the club. It's shootings up around the corner at the club. I don't go to the club because I don't want to be involved in some random shooting that may go on. That's craziness. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? They ain't no real lounges, no kickbacks like that where they, you know what I'm saying, playing the R&B. We may try to bring something like that, but then you dealing with the oppression of the good old boy, you know what I'm saying, network, and where you really need to put it, they not giving out, they not leasing the space to that. You understand? You got to come with 4 and 5 times the rent. You got to come with $600,000 guarantee. And where you gonna get that from? You got to go to the bank. I'm not making no excuses. What I'm saying is, I'm doing a master class. You understand me? I'm putting together some things right now in place to help y'all. You know what I'm saying? To help y'all move to the next level, because nobody is really teaching y'all about trading and about things like that for a little bit of nothing. Nobody is really teaching y'all how to move on this real estate and utilize family members and things like that to get ahead. You understand me? I ain't gonna say nobody, but it's very rare that I come across this. And this right here, this algorithm right here is so evil. It's feeding the negativity. Every time I come on here, it's always, I see killing, shooting, dancing, pranks. You understand me? But you won't hear about the brother who's turning plastic into biodegradable diesel fuel. You don't hear about these type of things. You understand me? Is he getting money from, you know what I'm saying, X, Y, and Z? I don't know, but I just seen him on here the other day. He's not really getting the funding he needs to take his thing to the next level, to actually open up a factory and these type of things to collect all this plastic. He's solving a world problem. He's taking plastic and turning it into gasoline that cars can actually run on. But you don't see none of these people running to his aid saying, okay, here you go, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million. He actually made the machine to do it. We have the intelligence, but when nobody's using the intelligence we have, like we've always had, because there's so many inventions, you understand me, that we've created, you understand me? I can go down a list. I'm sure y'all know, you understand me? Stoplight, gas mask. I can keep going. Microwave, you understand me? Alarm system, internet. You know what I'm saying? We have the intelligence, but when you been fed drugs, when you've been discriminated and you feel hopeless, do you know how I feel not to be able to get a job? Do you know how I feel when you get that first case or you end up getting a case or something like that and they put that felon on your name? Do you understand how that feels when everywhere you go, even the apartments, you walk around in every apartment filling out ridiculously high application fees, $400 and $200, and everybody is no background check, no. So you got to go live in the worst neighborhoods because that's the only place going to accept you. And here in Charlotte, I see people even moving to trailer parks. Real talk, you understand me? And then the trailer parks even doing background checks now. Where do you go? And in the jobs, background checks. You know what I'm saying? You can't drive the Uber without the background check. You can't do this. You can do it. And then they even set up a certain type of way where they're paying $19 an hour or something like that. Every real adult should be getting paid at least $30 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Minimum. You must get paid $30 an hour. The way inflation is, tariffs, you need that. It ain't no way grown men and women should be getting paid less on the low end than $25 an hour. Period. You understand me? And you got grown people working at fast food places making $11 an hour. Listen, I don't have all the answers, but I do have some of them. And I'm going to start rolling out some of these answers. But I want to send a message out to the rest of America. You don't have to fear all black men. You know, we're looking for opportunities. You know, we're looking for help. We're looking for guidance. You understand me? If you have guidance, you have help, put something in the comments. If you can help us and you can help me to help others, that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm on. Because I'm tired of seeing my brothers land on the ground, and I don't have enough money at the moment to help each one of these brothers get up off this ground, to help each one of these brothers get on their feet and start a business. I will have it one day, but right now I don't have it to help all these hundreds of thousands of brothers that's in desperate need for a job, that's looking at their family and they can't feed their family. They can't support their family. They can't even support themselves. They are living in the woods. When you living like that, the easiest thing you could do is turn to drugs. That's the out for you. You know what I'm saying? Is to pick up some dope. You know what I'm saying? And pick up some drink because it hurts so much that you're not nothing in life. You understand me? And people that don't understand how it feels not to be nothing in life will never understand. They will never understand how it feels to be 60 years old and broke, 70 years old and broke, ain't got no money, can't do nothing. They will not understand how these youth out here do not understand about going to college because their parents and stuff like that is not telling them get in school, not making them get in school. And they spending half of their adulthood working at fast food restaurants until they're 26 and 27, and then turn around and you 26, 27, don't have no education. What do you do? 2, 3 kids. What do you do at that point? Can't get nothing. You understand me? Because, you know, half of the black brothers then caught some type of charge. They hustling, trying to keep, you know what I'm saying, some money in their pocket, selling weed, dope, whatever. Then they get caught with that, get the felony. Do you know they got a law that if in particular states, if you get caught with possession with the intent to deliver, when you get done with that charge, you cannot get a federal grant to go to college for 4 years. Did you know that? See, a lot of people don't know that. You understand me? And then you got the thing where they're cutting off they're about to cut off Section 8 and all these type of things. This is by design, man. They're trying to destroy black people. We're already at the bottom of the totem pole. You understand me? We on the bottom of, we got the Mexicans, we got the immigrants, respect to all the immigrants. I'm not knocking any immigrants, but we got the immigrants came in and straight surpassed black people, black men especially. Because you go on any one of these construction sites that's making all these new fancy, beautiful apartments in Charlotte, and you gonna see not one black man on there, not one black man on the scene, period. As many black men as here in Charlotte, none of them is building. I would be bamboozled to see an apartment building with none but black men working and building that thing. You know what I'm saying? And having those necessary skills, because those immigrants don't necessarily have those skills. They're learning on the job. They're teaching them while they're working. But when it comes to a lot of brothers, they may not be able to pass the drug test. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that's knocking a lot of brothers out too, is they can't even pass the drug test, right? Child support. When you get the child support in your name, it's taking your license if you don't make payments. Not only is it taking your license if you don't make payments, it's putting you in jail. It's brothers in jail right now, locked up because they can't afford to pay child support. Can you believe that? How is that helping the child? Please answer that. How is that helping the child to lock a black man up, or a white man, but lock a black man up because he cannot pay child support, so he's going to jail? His license is suspended. If he got a car, he can't sell it because it's a lien on everything. You understand me? Listen, this man say, should a black 22-year-old get tattoos? Don't get tattoos on your face and your neck. Please. You understand me? And that really struck out to me. Don't get tattoos on your face and your neck, black men, because you all people, they put propaganda out here like showing this woman getting killed like this. And even if it's a form of art, it looks scary. You understand me? Even to myself, when I see brothers with tattoos all on their face, my antennas go up. You understand? The back of the hair on my neck go up because I'm trying to figure out what they own. You understand me? You put all these tattoos on your face, that means you a tough guy. That means you a killer. I don't know, but I'm not trying to find out either. So now I'm on guard. You understand me? I'm on point. You understand me? So to the black men out there, especially the young black men, don't put all that stuff on your face and your neck. Be respectable, because once they see that, even if I seen that, if I was in front of you and I was getting ready to hire you and you come in with all this tattoos and stuff on your neck and your face, and I got to try to dig a little bit deeper and really see what type of person you might be. You might be a nice young man, but if you got all this nonsense, you know what I'm saying, or all this art or whatever on your face, we know that just looks scary. You understand me? And that's, I guess that's what it's meant to do, is meant to look scary. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them is good brothers. A lot of them is sweet brothers. They not even hard like that. You know what I'm saying? They just put all that stuff on their face, and automatically you like, because I am, automatically I'm like, man, I don't know what they own. What is they own? You know what I'm saying? What is they own? Brothers, get back into the books, get back into school. Here in Charlotte, CPCC have great programs. They got a lot of programs, robotic programs that you need to be in. We see the robot, we see Waymo, we see all these type of different, you understand me, automation systems coming. There is a plan to exterminate the black man. It is a plan to exterminate the black man, get rid of the black man. They plan by 2050 that they don't even want to see no black men. It's going to be a rare sight. Mark my word. And I'm telling you right here on this live, it's going to be a rare sight. You understand me? By 2050, it's going to be a rare sight to really see black men in volume. You understand? Mark my word. You understand me? Because at the rate black men is going out or becoming prisoners, you understand me, or becoming, you understand me, modern day slaves, it's going to get crazy out here. And when they come with these robots, they halfway here, You know what I'm saying? They got the tech, they got the, you understand me, the Ubers driving themselves. That give that, I say, max 2 years. It will not be any drivers driving Uber anymore. Lyft, all that. You understand me? You got you got the trucks, the semi trucks driving themselves. Give it another 2 years. It will be very few drivers on the road, and even less black men as driving semis that's competing with, you understand me, robots. You understand me? All these tech jobs, I mean, not tech, but all these, even tech jobs, even the new programs that they're starting to try to introduce us into, you know what I'm saying, corporate America. If you don't have a college degree, you got AI, man, coming fast. And I was watching a program last night where they said it's only going to take one person to run a corporation in a couple years. One person, you know what I'm saying, going to be able to do the job of 100 people by using AI. You understand? This is serious. That's why I'm crying out to y'all right now. It's serious. Because brothers' health is declining. These brothers' health decline. They're not going to the doctor. They're not going to the hospital. They're not eating right. Guess what's going to happen? Them robots going to be marching around here in a minute. You understand me? And they say it sounds like I've gotten so spooked. Listen, I'm out here. You say, I don't know where you at. I don't know what your race is, but I'm out here. You understand me? And I see what's going on. And I have foresight. You understand me? I see what's about to happen. You understand me? So if you don't have foresight, or if maybe you're not living or in these communities where you see these brothers walking down the street with their pants hanging down, I'm talking about dirty, or you don't see them, you understand me, laughing to themselves, then I don't know what community you in, because I see it every day. You don't see these kids out here, you understand me, that's, you know what I mean, in poverty. They say in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's one of the highest states, you understand me, for homeless families. If you don't know that, then I don't know where you are. You understand me? I don't know where you've been. You understand me? Because I see it every day. You understand? And if you're around in these communities, be it Miami, Atlanta, Charlotte, DC, you understand me, New York City, you see it. So I don't know where you are. You understand me? But I'm down. I'm amongst the people, and I see it every day. You understand me? And it's sad. And I know what's coming. You dig what I'm saying? Because I read the news, I watch the news, and I see exactly what's coming. People don't even know about them food stamps and the Medicaid change. You understand me? And that's going to hurt a lot of people. You understand me? When you have to work 30 hours, but you can't even find a job, a part-time job is only 22 hours. So who came up with the 30-hour thing? These are things you got to think about. These are little techniques. These are little sneaky little techniques that they use to further spread the wealth. You understand me? Because Trump now just made $6 billion off of cryptocurrency. A lot of African Americans, don't even have a real bank account. They may have an internet bank account or something like that. They don't even have a real bank account. So you talk to them about cryptocurrency, you talking foreign. They don't even know how to open up a Kraken account. They don't know how to open up a Coinbase account, or they don't know how to, you know what I mean, create a coin on pump.fund. You know, these are advanced techniques that you need that can make you millions of dollars, but people don't even understand this. You understand me? Because they're continuously feeding them garbage. And as I speak right here, you think this live is going viral? You think I got thousands and thousands of people watching? No, because people is not trying to hear this. They want to see me jump up and down. They want to see me cussing. They want to see me smoking weed on here. They want to see me doing, you understand me, all this extra stuff. You understand me? Listen, I'm going to get up off of here because I see it's getting ignorant in the comments. But I want to pray for y'all, and I want to hope that black men wake up and, you know, stay tuned for more of my messages, because I'm going to be telling the truth. I think my channel actually got shadow banned because I've been telling the truth. And this is not what they want to promote. You know what I'm saying? They want to see me, like I said, tap dance and dance around doing it, you know, standing on, you understand me, a can or something like that, doing ignorant stuff that's not helping our culture. It's not progressing our culture in any way, any means. You understand? So Y'all stay tight out there. Stay tuned for more of my lives. Go to my channel, support that. I'm dropping good knowledge. And at some point, I'm gonna put something together to where we could start helping our own, because that's what's most important, because they not gonna do it. Trump and them not gonna do it. We have to pick our own brothers up and give them the way. We have to start our own corporations, our own companies. We have to build our own real estate. You understand? We have to, do all these things for our own people, because nobody's going to do it. So y'all stay tuned. My name is James Mack, and I'm going to be bringing the truth continuously. And I'm going to do these lives more and more, because this is what Martin Luther King had to do. This was what Malcolm X had to do. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, who's not able really to speak no more like that. These are things they had to do. They had to speak up when it was unpopular. You know what I'm saying? They had to talk when it was unpopular, unsavory. And that's what I got to do. I got to speak up because it's unpopular. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not talking about Cardi B, and I'm not talking about these different entertainers and what they got. You know what I'm saying? The Bojangles. You understand me? Stop eating Bojangles. You understand me? I'm not talking about these type of things. I'm talking about the truth, and the truth hurts, but it's what we need to hear. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this little live, man. Y'all stay tuned for more, man. Like I said, get ready for my mentorship, because that's very important. Because if I can't get to you, what I can do is mentor you through here, inspire you, give you tips, give you ways you can use, things you can do to lift yourself up, to start your business. And that's what I can do right now. And that's not going to cost a lot of money. I'm not no vulture. I'm not trying to do that. I'm really trying to, you know what I'm saying? And like the brother said, stop drinking, brother. Because in the Bible, I just read it yesterday and said, kings do not drink wine. You know what I'm saying? That's what it said in the Bible. You understand me? So we got all this opposition against us on this internet, but that's okay, because if I just touch one soul, today, then leave something in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and get up off here. Stay tuned, man. When you see my name pop up, click in, because it's serious, man. Let's go. God bless. Leave something in the comments. Go ahead and subscribe, and we're gonna check back in. I got some more topics to talk about.